Hi everyone, I hope you're doing super good. So I am back here with another video, and this time I decided to make like a whole video talking about anxiety so we can close this week. I created like a campaign this week to talk about different stuff that can help reduce and prevent anxiety. I just want to say right off the bat that these advices they're just suggestions. They don't replace any medical advice, okay? So if you're going through a very big crisis of anxiety, I will recommend you to look and talk to your doctor first, okay? So even the holistic therapists, we work together with doctors when the client has a problem, right? So to start, the reason why I decided to create this material is actually to show people that anxiety is not just a problem with mental health. It's something mostly now in COVID times, it's something that is very present in our lives. And anxiety is not just, we have many levels of anxiety. We have the highest level where the person have to take medication and is really like a panic syndrome and goes like to mental health questions. And we have the lower levels of anxiety where it's like, oh my God, let's suppose you have a meeting tomorrow with your friend, and there is long time that you don't see this friend, right? And you're very nervous, and you get that feeling like, oh, I'm very anxious, I want to see my friend. This is anxiety too, but it's like we think, oh, it's a good anxiety because it doesn't make me sick. But what anxiety really is, it's the presence of fear. And every time I talk about fear, I like to say, to put this way so we can demystify fear, because people think being afraid is just like when you see a snake and then you scream and something like that, like ladies when they see rats and stuff. But it's not just like that. Fear can be something that is ingrained in your nature because of past experience. So how fear is created actually? So when we have a situation that leaves a bad impression, it doesn't need to be like a whole trauma. But when we went through something that is really not pleasant, we have fear that that can happen again. Let's suppose you go skating, right? And then you go skating and you suffer an accident, like you fall, or you fall all the time. Next time when you think about skating, the first thing you're gonna think, oh my God, I'm gonna fall. That's a fear, because you had an experience that it wasn't pleasant, and now you're afraid that that can happen again. But the problem with the fear is that in the second time I'm going skating, it doesn't matter how much I've practiced in the first time, I still think I'm gonna fall. And that's what creates anxiety. So if I had this experience in the past where I went skating and I was falling all the time, and then my friend is saying, okay, tomorrow we're gonna have like a group skating, everybody's gonna go skating and you're gonna go too with us, I'm gonna start to feel anxious a day before. Have you felt that? This happens, right? So you start to feel like, oh my God, I have to go tomorrow. If I don't go, people are gonna be upset with me, I don't see them. Then you start to be in your mind, and then this never-ending story started running in your mind, and you start to think, oh my God, I have to wear something on my knee, but it's gonna be ugly, la la la. And then you start to create a story, oh my God, I'm gonna fall, everybody's gonna laugh on me, I might hurt, and then I'm gonna screw up everybody's program. So you are imagining a situation based on a past trauma, but that situation didn't happen yet. Is not your reality. It is not happening yet. But you're creating, it's there in your mind. Your mind doesn't know the difference between what's reality and what's not. Because you see with your eyes, with your human eyes, what is real, but your mind doesn't see like that. The eyes send the information to the mind. So in the moment that you imagine something, you're seeing with your mind's eyes, right? The information that your mind is receiving is the same. So your mind is just inputting information. So what it does, it starts the process of fight and flight or stress into the body. It starts to send commands into the body. Your mind is going to start protecting you. So your muscles are going to tight, and commands are going to be sent to your nervous system, and that's going to create a whole process physiologically, like physical in your body, that is going to follow an imagination. That's why anxiety is very dangerous, because it creates real things based in unreal situations. So why am I telling you this? Because there are many ways that we can prevent anxiety. And the first way, and the healthiest way, is for you to observe yourself. So when you're observing yourself and what your thoughts, when you start to do, oh my God, tomorrow I have the thing, I'm going to fall, you're going to say, no, I don't know if I'm going to fall. Maybe I've learned. And if I fall, what's going to happen? Last time I fell like a lot of times, and I'm still alive. Yeah, I'm going to go for it. Or I'm going to put a protection on my knees so I don't hurt my knees. Or I'm going to put like more comfortable pants. I don't know. You're going to create a plan B, and you're going to take it out of your mind. You're going to stop imagining horrible scenarios, right? And then you're not going to start the physical process of anxiety in your body. The problem is when we live in that state. If they go in the same, or if they are living in the same environments where they have a similar experience, a traumatic experience, that's going to start a fear process in their mind. They're going to think, oh my God, it's going to happen again. If that experience is not healed, they're going to start creating it in their mind. The organism is going to create processes to protect us from the fear. And this process that is created, the anxiety, is actually a protection to your body. It's a protection. And you ask me, Agatha, how it can be a protection? Because when you create that image of you falling on your skates, your body is going to start tightening the muscles. It's going to create processes to protect your body from that situation. So it is a protection, right? The body is adapting to a dangerous situation, right? So, and sometimes these processes, they become ingrained. So for example, I had a situation in my past that was very traumatic. Every time that someone was getting upset with me, or they demonstrated an unpleasant reaction, I was freaking out, because I thought the trauma will be repeated, even if the person changed it, even if the environment changed it. That was the impression that was in my system. So my system was actually acting quickly to protect me. So ways that we can protect ourselves from anxiety. The first is self-observation. Feel your body. We have to feel our body, because anxiety, your breath is going to be short, because your back is going to tighten up. You're going to be like this. Your back is going to tighten, and instead of you breathing and coming from the lower belly, your breath is going to come from the chest very quickly. Like, it's going to be something like that. And you're not going to realize it, because the process is automatically. If you have chronic anxiety, you're not going to realize it quickly, because that became your normal, right? But you're going to feel something in your body that says, something is off. I'm not feeling okay. That's why we have to observe ourselves and observe the body. The second thing is your hands can go cold. Hands and feet. If it's not very cold and your feet, of course, now in winter in Quebec, we're going to have feet and hand cold all the time. But in coldest times, of course, the risk of anxiety is higher because of the cold, because the cold is the element of air. The cold dries the body, and the anxiety is very connected with the element of air. What is the element of air in our body? Is the thoughts, right? When you think about something, it's like you're seeing that cloud, right? And like in the cartoons, you see that cloud over your mind, and there is a thought in there, like a story going out there, like a cartoon. So the element of air, what the wind does, it messes the trees, right? It moves things, it moves energies. The same thing happens with our body. The element of air is gonna mess everything inside. And then what happens? We get ungrounded, right? And ungrounded means our structure is being shaken. So what we have to do, we have to ground ourselves. And how we ground ourselves is reconnecting with the five senses. So smell the room, pay attention to the noises that you have in the room, feel your body, massage your legs, massage your arms, feel the hand touching your body. These are ways of coming back to the present moment, because remember, anxiety, I'm bringing something from the past to the future. So I'm not in the present. I'm ignoring the present. I'm just bringing a painful situation in the past and imagining that's going to repeat again in the future. So connecting with your body, connecting in the present moment, looking at the object, smelling, like using the five senses to reconnect is one thing. You can do a meditation, you can do like a yoga pose. I posted the yoga poses in the site, so you can see which one are gonna bring you back, and they are mostly related with your legs, because your legs are the place of grounding. That's with your feet that you touch the earth, right? So when you're in a stage of anxiety, you're gonna feel your feet are cold. They're saying, give me earth, right? Warm me up. And what warms your feet up is earth, is heat, is warmth. And warmth doesn't mean just a jacket. It means love. So when you're in a state of anxiety, hold yourself dearly and say, honey, what are you afraid of? Imagine, ask what part of you is afraid. And say, oh, I'm afraid that I'm gonna fall in the skating ring. You're not gonna fall. And if you fall, we're gonna get up, and then you're gonna talk to yourself like you talk to a 5 years old. And if you do that, you're gonna be compassionate with your own fears and ask yourself, where's this fear coming from? It's because I went skating and then I fell and then everybody laughed, and now I'm afraid that I'm gonna be ashamed and people are gonna laugh on me, and I'm gonna become a person, whatever you think. So those fears, they come from a place. They come from a situation. If you figure out where they are coming from and you go there and you look for that situation with another perspective, you say, no, we fell because we didn't know how to skate, but we practice a lot, remember? We have to fall so we could learn, but now we learned. We're not gonna fall like that anymore if we practice more. And then your system is gonna calm down. It's like there is a child inside of you afraid. What would you say to a child when they're afraid? You're gonna say, shut up. You're not gonna say that. You're gonna talk the child out of fear, right? And so this is what happens. So you reconnect with your body, so you can reduce anxiety. You have foods that can help you. These foods, they're spicy, they're warm, they're soupy. So if you're eating cold foods and raw foods during the coldest days and you're feeling cold, you're just gonna increase the cold. If you wanna bring this state down and balance yourself, you can make yourself a soup with spices, habits that you can use. For example, remember that I said activate the five senses? When you get a massage, someone is touching your body, just want to feel that feeling. There are people that don't like massage. It's okay if you don't do, but people that like massage, they just want to feel those hands touching them. That brings warmth. Remember, touching yourself. So you can do yourself a massage with oil, massage the whole body, massage the feet, take a hot bath, and you can massage yourself in the water, because it's gonna be warmth with the heat with the massage. Or you go and take a massage, go to a spa And in Ayurveda, we have specific massages to help reduce anxiety. That's called Abhyanga. And we have facial massage, head massage is very good for anxiety. And so the second thing, for example, is writing on a journal. When we have anxiety crisis, we're always in our head, right? When we take those balloons with the cartoons and the clouds from our head and we put them on paper, they're not there anymore. Make a list of what you, instead of saying, there are people that they say, oh my God, I have so many things to do. I have this, I have that, I have to pick up the kids, I have to cook, I have to, make a list. Because when you make a list, I have a lot of things to do become 4 or 5 things. I have 5 things to do. And then you look at that list and you say, husband, I need you to do the 5th, or wife, I need you to do the 3rd and the 2nd. And then you're going to ask for support if you think you're not able, or you're going to call your boss, or you're going to call your colleague, and you're going to say, I can't deal with all this stuff at this moment. I'm feeling overwhelmed. I need support. And then you're going to ask for support if you're not able to. But if you are, you have the 5 things. You don't need to be thinking about them and worrying about them all the time. You just read in your paper. It's there. So you're taking out of your head and you're putting on a paper. Same thing with feelings. Whatever you're feeling, have you realized the power of talking with someone? So why therapy works so well? Because you're able to open yourself in a place that is non-judgmental and express your feelings. You know you're not going to be judged. Most of people, they know that they're going to be judged, or people are going to tell them what to do. They're going to say, you're feeling this, you have to do this. You don't want to hear what you have to do. You just want to talk about your feelings and put it out. So if you don't have this place, non-judgment place for you to express your feelings, buy yourself a journal. Because it's a place where you can go and you can write down your thoughts and you're going to put it out. It's the same thing of expressing. We might think, no, it's not the same thing of talking with someone. You know, you can record a message on your phone and a voice memo, or you can send yourself a WhatsApp message saying, I want to talk to you about this, like you're talking with a friend. I believe you can even respond your own message if you want, non-judgmental. But I do that. Like when I'm upset, that I feel like, oh my God, I don't want to talk to that person and say something unkind because I'm upset. So I send a message for me and I say, I would like to tell you. Then sometimes the message gets out rough. And I'm like, whew, I'm glad I recorded the message before, because now I'm going to talk to the person and I already put out my feelings. So when I go talk to the person, I'm not emotional anymore. So that's good. It's a great way when you're upset and you have to talk to your boss. You record a message to yourself. Be careful, because if you read that message, it's going to be weird. But those are advices that you can do to deal with anxiety and have fun, right? Be in the moment, be in the present moment, enjoy your body, yoga, exercising, other types of exercising. They're not pushing, like gentle exercising, relaxing, breathing. Just breathing. It's going to take the air and circulate the air in the whole body. Remember, your breath has to come first in the lower belly. The breath comes from the nose, but it goes directly to the lower belly and then to the lungs. So imagine that you're following your breath through the lower belly and the rib cage, and then the chest, and then you do chest, rib cage, and lower belly in the exhale. So if you do that exercise, inhale, and then you feel it in the lower belly, put your left hand in the lower belly, your right hand in the heart, and then you feel the breath stages. You count 1, 2, 3, 3, 2, 1. It's a good exercise for you to reconnect with your body, to feel your breath, and because the breath is what moves the energy throughout your body. So if you're not breathing, if you're breathing shortly, just here in the chest, the breath is not going to your core. And remember, your organs, your vital organs are in the core. Here's the heart. But there is a lot of stuff in there, right? In your belly, there is your stomach, there is your gut, all of them, there is your legs, all of them need air. And when you're cold, or when your feet are cold and hands are cold, the circulation is not going there. There is not enough air to go to the extremities. That's why the breath helps you to energize those areas. So I know it's a lot, but do one thing. Take one thing that you think is easy for you and add it to your routine. And then you're gonna, one day, each day, if you add something and you practice that 40 days, it's gonna become a habit in your life. And then you change, you do a second thing. And then a third. In 1 year, you're gonna be changed. You're gonna have changed a lot in your life. And you will see, you will be like a totally different person, and you will be in a healthier and a happier place. So I hope this video have helped you somehow. I would like to close this anxiety week. Next week, we're going to talk about another subject. Please stay connected. Follow us on Instagram and YouTube, and subscribe to our channels. If you want to know more, if you want a consultation, you can send us a private message and book your appointment, or go to our website and you can send a message from there. But I would like to thank you and wish you a very good week.